Hello everybody, early Thursday morning. This is my video where I cover what NFTs I tried to flip and what I think are good prices. Additionally, I kind of babble about the market in general and what my thoughts are on Veve and Akomi. So let's get to it right away. The ones I was able to flip this week was the 007 Coming Soon poster I got for $285. I sold for $325. The Ecto Ghostbuster car, the ultra rare one, I got for $350. I sold for $380. And I sold a Superman that I bought a couple weeks ago for $790. I sold for $1,000. So pretty successful flips. I'll continue to try and do that. Ones I think that you want to look at. I think the Coming Soon 007 is definitely, that poster is still one you want to look for. I would try to get it for $285 and then sell it. Now remember, the 007 has the additional sales fee, so you want to sell it for a little bit more because it's 8.5%, I think it is. I do think the Ecto Ghostbuster car is another one I will continue to look at. It does dip. Another one to look at is the Enterprise Ultra Rare, the spaceship. It's dipped as low as 302. I've seen it. I haven't tried to flip it, but I think you could flip that one. I've seen it sell for as high as 350, so that would be another one to look at. The Joker and Harley Quinn one that I had been looking at before, there just is not enough price movement there. I do think they will pick up some, but they weren't moving enough for me. And some of the other ones I had questions about, like, like the Corsica horse or some of the other people. They do have great. You can see one sell for 300 and then later on one sell for 400. So there's a great margin there, but they just simply don't have the volume. They, 2 or 3 sell a week. So you would really be holding that for a while. And then comics in general, I think, are difficult. There's not enough money to be made there. Plus you're paying the 8.5% fee. There's not a big enough delta there yet, in my opinion. Okay. So that, if you're here for that, you can, click off the video or whatever it is. Oh, I'm supposed to say this is not financial advice, which I should say, but I always think to myself, if you're taking financial advice from me, that's probably unwise. In some of my other videos that in the past, I always say I'm this guy in the basement, which is very true. My office is in the basement, and I'm lucky enough to have a pretty large basement and my own comic book room here, so I feel fortunate for that. But yeah, take everything with a grain of salt. Hopefully you find it entertaining, amusing, etc. Okay, some of my other thoughts. I think for a little bit longer term holds flip would be the 007 posters, and mainly because those right now represent the cheapest set. I think people know that. There's 2 NFTs in that set, and the ultra rare one is selling for around 270. So the Man on Mission, Twist, No Time, they're selling around 270. I do think they're going to push up to potentially 420. Now, why do I say 420? Because the other set is Captain Carter, and that's selling for 400. But after that, the next set, which would be the Ecto car, or maybe the Enterprise, or maybe some of the Marvel Mighties, those are around 600, 700. So because, and if you look at the listing number for the posters, they're going slowly down. I think they're at 150, and now, at last time I looked, I could be wrong, but last time I looked, they're around 117. So as that listing number continues to go down, and people are wanting to, they're going to complete a set that they love first. Maybe they love Superman, so they buy Superman, but then they're like, I want to get another set. They're, of course, going to go to the cheapest set, and those posters represent that. And the price point is going to continue to go up. Now, there's going to be obviously, there's going to be other sets and other stuff, but I think that the price for those posters is going to continue to go up and match the lowest set at the time, which I think would be around, like I said, 600 gems at this point. Okay, let's talk about comics. So in general, the entire market has gone up, if you've noticed. So if you look at, the one I always look at is Todd, and Todd actually has not gone up. It's very steady. 1,700, 1,800 gems. I think at one point 2 or 3 weeks ago it did dip till 1,200, but that was only for a couple days. Superman has gone up. Like I said, I was able to make some gems off of that flip. So sadly, I'm down to one Superman. So I do think that's a good long-term one. It's a set. It's the first appearance of Superman. Yeah, I know there's people that own a ton of them, and so they're gonna take profit. So once that is exhausted, I don't know how long that will take. I do think a price point to look at would probably be Todd, because they're very similar in the amount of minted. And now Todd gets a premium because it's the very first NFT, Batman, etc. But I think that Superman's very close. It might not be the first NFT, but it's its own set. So when you look at the number minted is pretty similar. Once people have sold and flipped Superman, it's going to push up. So wherever Todd is at, maybe minus 10%, that might be a good end price point for Superman. Once again, I'm guessing on stuff. Wait, I interrupted myself. Okay, back to comics. Okay, some comics that I would look at right now would be New Mutants 98. First appearance of Deadpool, huge character. Probably going to get another movie. Although Ryan Reynolds did say he's taking a break, I think, recently from acting. But it's going to get another movie. And, he's a household name at this point. So, and you can get it for under $12. The floor is under $12 for New Mutants 98. Now, that is the common. All these comics I'm talking about now are the commons. So, Amazing Spider-Man 1 was as low as 22, now has worked its way back up to 35. That's kind of close to the high that I've seen. Once again, I've only been tracking for about 5 weeks. Is it going to go higher? I don't know. I think Amazing Spider-Man number 1 still is probably a good, at $20, at $30. If you don't have one, it's fun to have it. It's probably a good one to grab. Fantastic Four number 1 is a huge one. Their movie's going to be coming out in a couple years. It'd be a longer-term hold. Iconic comic. Physically, that comic is, super, super expensive. That would definitely be one to look at. The one I am not as high on, I could be wrong, is the Thor 337. The first appearance of Beta Ray Bill. So here's my logic. Now, it does have, the only thing that's helping it is that it has a lower, print run minted, number minted. But I don't think Beta Ray Bill is going to be that big a character. And even if he comes to the MCU, it won't be for years. It's not the first appearance of Thor in NFTs. That would be Journey into Mystery 85. The one was actually the first appearance of Loki also. So I don't know how that holds its value once you get a lot more comics. And as we know, each comic that comes out, it's the shiny thing that everybody wants. I think it's going to pull back. I think people that bought it for $7, they're going to say, I can sell this. I think the common is still selling for like 90 gems. They're going to be, I can take 90 gems or 85 gems out of this and go buy some other stuff. I think it pulls back. I don't know what the end target is for that. Maybe, the end target would probably be similar to, say, like House of X, etc., which would be 10 to 15 gems. But because there's a lower amount minted, maybe the end number is 25 gems. I don't know. I just don't know about that one long term. Once again, could be wrong. Beta Ray Bill might be the biggest character ever, and maybe what trumps all is the number minted. I just don't think so when there's a lot of comics. There's getting to be a lot of comics, right? So even if you're a huge comic collector, you only grab NFTs that are associated with your favorite characters. I just don't know how that one keeps its value long term. Okay, that's what I got for you this week. Take care.